We were created and we are called human beings. But I want to take that into a whole different direction. Are you a human being? Are you a human doing? Or are you human knowing? See, some of us are humans knowing. We know a lot. I'm a human knowing. I know Torah. I know this. I know that. I'm a human knowing. Some of you are humans doing, which is good because he wants you to do. So you know and then you do. So you're humans doing. But ultimately you want to be a human being Torah observant. Not doing Torah observance. Being Torah observant. That's a whole different state. And guess what makes the difference in all of that? The heart. A human knowing, it's all in the head. There's not much in the heart. A human doing, it's now gotten into the heart and is starting to bear fruit. But remember what I've talked about. A thought, when held on to and added emotions to it and everything else, ends up what we call in the heart, from the mind to the heart. When all of that emotion and stuff is attached to it and is laid up in and we dwell on it, and it will eventually manifest action. Actions over time manifest habits, and habits over time manifest a destiny. And so the habits is really what you are. That's your being, that's your nature. So if you're still just doing Torah, it's not reflexive, it's not instinctual, it's something you actually consciously have to think about. You're not a human being Torah observant yet. If anybody can tempt you to break the Sabbath or eat something you shouldn't, then you're still a human knowing or a human doing, because you actually consciously have to think about whether or not to do it. When you do it as naturally as breathing, now you're a human being. So when he created us to be human beings, we were not supposed to just be anything. We're supposed to be Yeshua-like. So are you a human being like Yeshua? Are you being Torah observant, or are you doing or knowing? Which one are you? You know, if they ask, I remember watching, and I've said this before, but I'll put it on this teaching as well. I remember watching an Orthodox Jewish teacher, an Orthodox Jewish teacher, and he talked about how when people ask him sometimes, because he does run into Christians and things like that, they ask him about, why do you keep the Torah? You know what his answer is? Because I'm Jewish. In other words, that's what we do. Not because I choose to, because of salvation, because, I'm afraid of going to hell and this. No, he says, it's like asking a bird why it flies, or a fish why it swims. So you should look at a person like when they say to you, well, why do you keep the commandments? It's like, because that's what I am. That's what I do. I'm a human being Torah observant. I'm being what I was created to do. Not because of salvation and the kingdom. And, you were made to do this. This is congruent with your purpose. Can we get to that place? Because you go to the Orthodox and they'll tell you that they keep the commandments not out of fear, but because the obligation of understanding that's what I was made to do. It's who I am. It's an I am thing. I am Torah observant. I am Yeshua-like. I am, not I do. So let's go through those stages and make sure that you're not just a human knowing anymore. Actually, there's a previous stage to that, a human seeking. You don't even know. So I'm a human seeking and learning, and then knowing, and then doing, and then being. Let's get to become human beings. Humans being Yeshua-like. Humans being the type of person Yahweh wants to live with forever. Humans being Torah observants. Humans being good and trustworthy servants. That is our goal. And the key to all of that is the heart. Because if you don't get that heart right, none of this ever happens. But if you lay it up in your heart, focus on it, meditate on it day and night, guess what? It becomes who you are, not what you do. You are a Torah observant Israelite, child of the King, who is like Yeshua, our older brother. Amen?